Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzpunk TV here, aka Lauren33. I'm back here today, and we're gonna be talking about Vegeta's new form, which just came out, leaked, of course, from the new Dragon Ball Super manga chapter, which will be dropping in the next couple of days, depending on when you guys are watching this video. But I wanted to make this video talking about my honest first impressions of the form and where I think this form is going in the future, of course. When the new manga chapter drops, of course, we'll do our normal review slash reaction, but we're mainly just going to focus on Vegeta's form in this video. But I am a little bit late to the party, right? I did know about the form at the same time everybody else did, right? If you guys we're on social media Saturday morning. There was this image from the manga chapter that dropped, but a lot of people thought it was fake at first. A lot of people made videos trying to debunk it until a couple hours later, it was officially confirmed that this was, in fact, Vegeta's new God of Destruction in form, right? And the reaction has been crazy, especially from Vegeta fans. Some people love it, some people don't like it, right? And my first impressions were that I didn't know what to think, right? It looked odd, but the big thing was that Vegeta didn't have eyebrows. Because, for those of you guys who have been Dragon Ball fans for a long time, you guys know we've only seen Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in Dragon Ball Heroes or Raging Blast, which is a video game. It's never been in the official series. So when I first saw it, it was odd because I'm not used to Vegeta not having eyebrows. We've seen Goku with the Super Saiyan 3 form, and we know how iconic it is. But seeing Vegeta without eyebrows here, officially here, it's a little bit odd. And if you look at the transformations we've got in Dragon Ball Super, like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Blue Evolution, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which even though Kaioken's not really a transformation, but whatever, Ultra Instinct and etc. Most of those transformations have been pretty simple. They haven't been too crazy with the design. But this one, especially with the big change of Vegeta not having eyebrows, something we've never seen in the official series. It's caused people to have this crazy reaction. Like either you like it or you don't like it. And to me, I'm right in the middle. But after spending the last day and a half looking at so many people make fan art of it, the form is slowly growing on me. But I want to see it in action because, of course, I'll show you guys in a sec. Vegeta doesn't unlock the form or transform into the form until the very end of Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74. So we're going to get to see the form in action in Chapter 75, and I expect Vegeta to whoop Granola's ass for the most part. But I want to see, what's the abilities, what's the form all about in Manga Chapter 75. I want to see how it's drawn a little bit more, and I expect we'll get some awesome panels, some awesome shots. But I want to see how this form looks in action in battle before I give it a true judgment. But the form is slowly growing on me, and it's kind of actually dope. But hopefully, like later this week, because I know it's going to be a big week for Dragon Ball. We have Dragon Ball Super Manga, plus we have the DBS movie panel at San Diego Comic-Con with the Japanese actors. So we may be getting our first look at the movie finally. So it's going to be a big week of news when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. So make sure you guys are subscribed. But first, right? So first, well, before anything, this is kind of funny. Before we get into, some of the other things with the chapter and Vegeta's form, this, most of you guys know what this is. This is the original design for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is the original design from Toriyama's sketches. It's colored here, but this is the way Super Saiyan 3 was originally supposed to look. It got changed later on, and then it became the iconic form we know it to be, with, of course, the long hair, the no eyebrows, and it didn't have the tail. But originally, it was supposed to have the no eyebrows. The hair was long, but nowhere near as long as, Super Saiyan 3 became known to be. Plus, you have the tail, right? So a lot of people were joking that basically the Vegeta's new form was basically inspired by this. They gave Vegeta no eyebrows, they made the hair black, and it just doesn't have a tail. But The thing about it is, when I first saw this, I was like, damn, maybe Toriyama and Toritaro actually did make Vegeta's new form based off this design. Especially since Vegeta was never given Super Saiyan 3. But like I said, the form is growing on me the more I look at it. The only thing is, I just want to see how it's officially colored. And I'm hoping maybe this weekend for Comic Con, right, or for Jump Carnival, we get to see Toritaro release some kind of image where we get to see Vegeta fully colored in his new form, right? Because as you know, some people are saying the form is black hair with like either like gray or purple or pink highlights. Some people are saying it's purple, just it's pure purple, dark purple hair. But we won't know until Toritaro or Toriyama come out and give us an official coloring, which could be in VJump, or at one of these anime festivals we're gonna be having the next couple weeks. But I just find this image a little bit funny. But getting into some of the spoilers, and you guys, I do have some panels which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. So on Redon, right? Redon, he is, I think, a Reddit user, but he usually does One Piece spoilers. And, the One Piece community has said he's very credible. But when he posted these Dragon Ball Super spoilers, no one knew what to expect because he doesn't do Dragon Ball Super. He more does One Piece. But now, based off the bleak panels we got, we can confirm that this guy's actually pretty credible. So now we have another credible guy in the Dragon Ball community for when it comes to DBS spoilers. I'll be interested to see if we continue getting these from him, going forward. Because we're so used to getting them from DBS Hype and other and DBS Chronicles and other sources. But this guy, he gave us a full outlook of the chapter in bullet points. So we'll go through this pretty quickly. So the whole chapter is Vegeta versus Granolah. If you guys remember the early draft page video I did a couple days ago, we already knew this, right? Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 73 was Goku versus Granolah, and this chapter was called Vegeta versus Granolah. It's going to be very, interesting to see what Chapter 75 is, especially when we're talking about Vegeta's new form. Maybe it's like called Vegeta's Ascension or something like that. But during the battle, Granolah is superior to Vegeta, right? Not surprised there because Granolah was overpowering Super Saiyan Blue Goku for the most part, and then Goku took control once he went into Ultra Instinct, and then he dropped his guard, of course, when he found out he was fighting a clone. You guys already know all of this, but I'm not surprised really and this is one of the reasons why I was pretty confident that Vegeta was gonna get a new form. I made a video on it, right? I was confident because Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, yes, it's strong, but still, he used it throughout the entire arc with Moro. I knew that just Vegeta using Haki or learning the Haki technique, I knew it wasn't going to be enough. Vegeta was going to need something else, right? And you look at Goku. Goku's had 7 forms that he can use at any time. Vegeta only has about 4 or 5. Because he doesn't use Super Saiyan 2 anymore, really. He uses Super Saiyan, God, Blue, and Evolution. And he hasn't even been using the other forms. We saw him a little bit during the battle with Moro, and we saw him use Super Saiyan, in the early chapters when they first got the planet Cereal. But throughout this whole chapter, he uses Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. He doesn't go through the stages like Goku does. Goku's always, takes the battle slowly. Goku loves slowly transforming. Vegeta's the type of guy that likes to start the fight at full power. He doesn't play games. So, I kind of knew that Vegeta was going to need something else. He was going to need something else to reach that next level, especially to have an actual chance against Granolah. I told you guys, unless Vegeta gets a new form, I expect Granolah to kick Vegeta's ass, right? So, basically, they fight in a river, they fight in a waterfall, and a lake. So, it looks like a lot of this battle is going to be taking place in a water type environment, which should look pretty cool once we get the full chapter here in a couple days. So Goku recovers consciousness and sees Vegeta and Granolah flying while they fight. If you guys saw in the early draft pages, Goku's like dead unconscious. We know that Goku's so strong that he can take a lot of damage. He can take serious damage. He can get a hole in his chest and survive, right? I mean, we know even though Granolah did the one-inch punch, Goku's so strong that he can take that blow, and he may not be able to fight at full power, but he can at least regain consciousness and know what's going on. So, what's interesting here is when we see Vegeta's transformation, we don't see Goku's reaction at all. unless they're saving that for like the first part of chapter 75, right? In these panels, which you'll see in a couple minutes, we don't see Goku's reaction to Vegeta's new form at all. So it's kind of interesting that Goku does, recover consciousness, but we don't get to see his reaction to Vegeta's new form, especially since Goku's the main character. Him and Vegeta, they're both the main characters here. But if Goku doesn't, in fact regain consciousness, they'll probably save that for chapter 75 with us see Goku's reaction to his new form. But so Vegeta tricks Granolah, right? So maybe Vegeta does like an after image or something like that. But it seems like Vegeta does trick Granolah, and that leads to Granolah destroying part of the city ruins. And that's where Granolah lived. And we see that Granolah still looks at where Planet Syria used to be, right? Because he thinks that he's always thinking about revenge and what Frieza the Saiyans did to his people. So the fact that Vegeta, tricked Granolah and that caused a part of the city, being damaged to where what Granolah used to call home, I could definitely see Granolah getting very angry about that. And it says here in the next bullet point, Granolah becomes furious and kicks Vegeta's stomach. So we're gonna see more of an angry Granolah here in this chapter, thanks to Vegeta. And Vegeta is the type to bring out anger in a lot of people. Uh, so Vegeta grabs Granolah's leg and tries to break it, but it looks like he's gonna fail. Granolah hits Vegeta's stomach again with his hand. Vegeta tries to stop him, grabbing his arm, but Granolah breaks Vegeta's armor with his fingers. Right. So basically, I'm not surprised by what these bullet points are saying. So Vegeta's gonna do his best, but at the end of the day, Granolah is just too strong. Right. So Vegeta starts bleeding from his mouth. So Granolah's Granolah's hit did a lot, and we know Vegeta's Saiyan armor. It's very very hard, very very stable. So for someone to pierce through it, that really shows how powerful they are, because we don't see Vegeta's armor break too often. But then basically we see Vegeta start transforming, right? Granolah moves away because he sees how dangerous Vegeta is. So we see a big fire column start surrounding Vegeta. Vegeta has a new transformation related to God of Destruction powers. His hair is dark. He has no eyebrows like Super Saiyan 3. His eyes are like an Ultra Instinct transformation, white and black. He has a muscular body, but not. He has a muscular body, and flames are around his body as well. So I think what it says here is Dynite. So I think that means like his muscles aren't as big as when he's in like Super Vegeta or Evolution Blue in the anime. We know that the way Evolution Blue is drawn in the manga and the anime is different, but it's basically saying Vegeta gets more muscular, but he's not as muscular as some of his other forms. But basically that is basically a quick summary of this chapter, and I'm not surprised by any of it. I'm not. All right. But let's actually get into the panels themselves. So the reason why I put this panel is one of the reasons for me personally, one of the reasons why I didn't know what to think when I first saw Vegeta's form is because I'll say this. I didn't like how Toritaro revealed this form to us. This is the first panel we get to see Vegeta in his new form. And it's weird, you see Vegeta's mouth is open, right? And I'm just like, dude, it reminds me a lot of Skinny Gotenks, you know? And I pulled it up on Google, and you guys can see the similarities. Look, Vegeta's form looks way better. I'm not trying to disrespect the form, but I definitely feel like Toritaro could have done a better job with, revealing the form in a better way with the paneling. I understand, yes, Vegeta, I guess, like, Vegeta is trying to get used to the power, right? But still, I feel like he could have drawn it in a better way and with a better expression on Vegeta's face, right? And this guy on Twitter, which I agree with him perfectly, that's why I'm putting it in the video. He said, why did Toritaro choose this expression to be the reveal panel of this form? He could have gone with anything, but for some reason he decided it's best for Vegeta to look like a drooling idiot with his mouth hanging open to be our first impression of the new transformation. It reminds me of Skinny Gotenks, and I completely agree. I feel like he could have done a way better job with the with the reveal panel of this form. Because you guys look over here, right? Right? You see Vegeta, he's in the new form. But you see here, Vegeta has, his normal confident smile back. I felt like this would have been something way better to reveal. This panel just looks weird. And clearly it's Vegeta controlling the power, but it does look weird. So I feel like Tortara could have done a better job with the reveal panel. But let's get into some of the spoilers. So you guys see here, this one, we saw this in the early draft pages. This was one of the last early draft pages. So you see Vegeta, he is in Blue Evolution. Like I said, Vegeta doesn't waste much time. Some people thought this was going to be Vegeta in Super Saiyan, right? And Vegeta was going to slowly transform. But remember, Vegeta and Goku have different fighting styles. Goku likes to take his time depending on the opponent he's facing. Vegeta, he usually goes full power right away. But you see, he's in Blue Evolution, right? And I wonder if Blue Evolution is going to become the new test form for Vegeta. Goku kind of uses Super Saiyan God as the test form. And then, he ramps up going into Super Saiyan Blue. And then, he goes into Ultra Instinct Glass. Even though he just kind of learned how to use Ultra Instinct at will. But, Vegeta, now that he has this new Hakai, form, depending on if he can use it at will, because that's going to be a big question. Can Vegeta go into that form at will? Or will the form have like a stamina weakness? Or will he only be able to stay in the form for a short amount of time? That's going to be interesting. But I could definitely see Blue Evolution becoming Vegeta's new test form going forward. And then the Hakai form being like, his trump card. But you see here, right? You see he's using the destruction energy to try to fire off a bunch of attacks at Granolah, but Granolah, of course, it has no effect. So we see Granolah hit Vegeta with a huge kick, right? Look at that, ooh, and you see Vegeta spitting out blood, very hard kick to the gut, and then Granolah, all confident. This is the difference in our powers. Admit your defeat, Saiyan. But I love this panel here, man. Woof. One thing, like, I hope when the DBS anime comes back, they bring the violence that the manga has, man. I love these panels where you see Vegeta's coughing up blood and stuff like that. When like Moro impales Goku through the stomach, like he did in Manga Chapter 62. That's stuff that I want to see. I understand DBS is kid friendly, but still, man, come on, like, or at least make like uh a censored version. You know what I mean? Have a censored version for the kids, and then give us that raw, uncut, bloody. Because that's one thing I feel like DBS needs more of, and the manga gives it to us, but we don't see it enough in the anime. So hopefully, when the anime comes back, we can get the same, bloody stuff that we get in the manga. But I love this panel of Vegeta here, right? Granolah feels he has to fight one, but Vegeta's not down and out yet. And you can see he says the blood of the Saiyan warrior race boils in my vein. And we know that Granolah says that he wants to take out all Saiyans. He doesn't care that Goku and Vegeta had nothing to do with, Planet Series destruction. He wants revenge on all Saiyans, even though there's only three, Prime Saiyans left in Universe 7. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, of course. So we see Granolah, he backs away, right? Because he notices there's a big change in Vegeta. And Vegeta starts drooling, right? And you can see here Vegeta has blood coming out of his mouth, but still he is transforming. And the angle Vegeta is at is weird, but it goes with his new Hakai transformation. And here it is. So Vegeta starts healing. What's weird because you see here, right? When Vegeta is transformed, he looks healed. All is like his wounds are gone. So I guess it comes with a cool healing effect. And we see like the flames. Like we know that Super Saiyan God has like a little bit of a flame effect, but these look like actual flames to represent like the destruction energy. And you can see here as Vegeta slowly transforms, the flames surround his body, which look pretty cool. And we see Granola's like, what the hell was that? Cause we saw Granolah had a different reaction when Goku was transforming. But Granola's like, damn, what the hell was that? And we see Vegeta completely changed, no eyebrows, light eyes, and then he has dark hair with it looks like highlights, right? And of course, you guys already saw this panel, but here is Vegeta, and you guys can see the hole in his chest, like Redon was saying in the spoilers. He said, so where was it? Granolah hits Vegeta in the stomach again, and then he says Vegeta tries to stop grabbing his arm, but Granolah breaks Vegeta's armor with his fingers. Like, this guy Granolah is strong. But here's Vegeta's his new form, and like I said earlier, I feel like they could have done a better job with the reveal panel, in my opinion, like with Vegeta's expression. But I do like how he goes right into his confident smile. And like I said, the more I look at it, the more I get used to the form. But I'm gonna wait till manga chapter 75 to give my own judgments on it. And we have Vegeta. He says, "The God of Destruction taught me this. For a power that is driven slowly on instinct." I think the translation is a little bit weirder, and I like this panel a lot. Right? I feel like this should have been more of the reveal panel because based of what the leaks we got, this is actually the last image of the chapter. Both of these pages are like combined in a way. You can kind of see Vegeta's foot, right, and then you look below, and then there's no limit to what it can do. But I think Vegeta's. I think the translation is wrong. I said it can do, right? So for a power that is driven solely on instinct, there's no limit to what it can do. That's what I feel like I said. To what it can't do, I don't know. I feel like that's a mistranslation, but either way, it is what it is. But look, this panel looks pretty cool. I feel like once we see the form more in manga chapter 75, it'll be a little bit easier on the eyes. And once we get the official color reveal, it's going to look even better. But, I'm not going to sit here and say I love it. I still need to see more of it, but it's growing on me a little bit more, right? And it's different. It's different, right? We're so used to them just doing like the colors of the rainbow, right? With Super Saiyan and red hair with Super Saiyan God, blue hair with Super Saiyan Blue, right? Goku has the white hair and Ultra Instinct, and you guys know I've said it so many times. Goku should not be getting a new form. I think Goku should be done with new forms. He's fine with Ultra Instinct, right? And I look at Ultra Instinct and it's like symbolic to me. Vegeta, I have no problem with him getting, this new form. Should this be Vegeta's final form? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But like I said, I knew Vegeta was gonna probably get a new form at some point, and I don't have a problem with it. The thing that I want to know is what is Vegeta's fighting style gonna be? The one thing that I love about Ultra Instinct is it's a completely different fighting style, right? When you look at Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, they're basically punch and kick forms, right? It's just an upgraded version of the normal Super Saiyan. Your speed gets an increase, right? Your strength gets an increase, and all that other stuff. Your senses and that stuff, right? It's punches and kicks for more powerful opponents. But what I love about Ultra Instinct is it's a whole different fighting style. Your body's fighting slowly on instinct, self movement. And like when Goku dodges Ultra Instinct, it's different than when you're dodging in a different form. And I love the aesthetic of the form and how it has its own unique fighting style. That's what I'm hoping with this God of Destruction form. You see the stance that Vegeta takes, right? It's different. I don't want to see Vegeta just going out here and punching the king in Granolah. I expect Vegeta to own Granolah in the next chapter, right? Kind of like how Ultra Instinct Goku owned Granolah up until Goku lowered his guard. But I also want to see that if this, since this form is centered around destruction, because Vegeta says that Beerus taught him this, right? I want to see Vegeta do some new things that we haven't seen, right? Do some things that maybe Beerus did against the bat. Like, remember when Beerus first fought Goku for the first time? Maybe do some of those techniques while also showing us new things that we've never seen before. Because I want this form to be a whole new different fighting style for Vegeta. We're so used to Vegeta just doing his normal punches and kicks. Because Vegeta's always been about power. I want this form to be centered around a destruction type fighting style. And it'll be interesting to see. And here's the fact, I don't even know what Vegeta did against Granolah. We still haven't seen the full chapter. This is only, 5 pages out of a full chapter yet? So look, it looks like Vegeta versus Granolah is going to be a two chapter fight, just like Goku and Granolah was. And what I expect Vegeta to get the dub. I don't expect Vegeta to kill Granolah. I don't. But I do expect Vegeta to whoop Granola's ass to the point where something's gonna happen. Either the Heater Clan, I think that's the most likely because you think about it, we haven't seen the Heater Clan since what? Manga chapter 70, what was it, 71? When the battle first started? Or was it 72? I think it was manga chapter 72 when they first got to Planet Cereal. When Goku and Vegeta flew off into the mountains and then, they left the Heater Clan, behind. Uh, we haven't seen Alec or Gas, and almost all of us are convinced that Gas is like one of the X factors here. You know, I think Vegeta's gonna whoop Granola's ass to the point where either Granolah has to retreat, one, or the Heater Clan make an appearance, or maybe something happens where like the Heater Clan have been maybe they've been collecting the Dragon Balls off screen. Because remember, I believe they have a Dragon Radar if I'm correct. I believe they stole the one from Bulma's laboratory, if I remember correctly. Uh, Maybe they notice that the sky's going dark, and then Granolah, finds out that it looks like the Heater Clan or somebody is using the Dragon Balls, right? Because we don't know there's a time limit on when they can be used again. Plus, remember, it's been a couple months since Granolah made his wish, so it's good. It's maybe that happens, and maybe that turns the attention to the Heater Clan, but maybe Frieza appears. Who knows? But I expect nothing less. But for most of Chapter 75 to be Vegeta whooping Granola's ass. I'll be interested to see how much damage he does. I don't, maybe Granolah gets a couple hits here and there, but Chapter 75 should be a showcase of Granolah, or not Granolah, of Vegeta's power. You guys know how much I love Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 64, because that's just a showcase of Goku just whooping Moro's ass and the true power of Master Ultra Instinct. It's Vegeta's turn, right? It's Vegeta's turn, and hopefully that's what we get in Chapter 75. Up to the point where something happens to kind of, either pause the fight, restart the fight, something like that. Where I feel like the attention gets turned away from Goku and Vegeta fighting Granolah, and then it switches over to what's going on from the Heater Clan. Cause I will give Toritoro credit. He's doing a good job. He's not rushing this arc. This arc is not being rushed, right? Goku and Granolah took 2 chapters. Vegeta versus Granolah seems like it's going to be a 2 chapter fight, right? And we still have the X Factor in the Heater Clans, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's going to be interesting to see when does Goku get back involved. But remember, Goku should be severely injured, right? After what Granolah did to him. So, honestly, what I think is going to happen is Vegeta's not gonna kill Granolah. I still think Granola's gonna somehow survive all of this. I don't know how, but I feel like Granolah will survive. Whenever we get the final boss fight of this arc, maybe it's Goku, Vegeta, and Granolah teaming up against the Heater Clan. I think this is gonna be the arc where Vegeta finally gets the dub, right? Goku will probably be there doing badass stuff with Ultra Instinct, of course, and it's gonna be pretty cool if we get to see like Goku and Master Ultra Instinct teaming up with whatever we get whenever we get the official name of this form from Toriyama or Toritaro, right? It's gonna be cool to see Goku in Silver Hair UI and then Vegeta in his new Hakai form, right? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really cool when we get those panels of those two teaming up, you know. But I feel like if it's Gas or Alec, whoever is the final boss, I feel like Vegeta's gonna be the one to destroy them with the power of destruction, right? It could be Frieza for all we know, and then but Goku's gonna be there, maybe in more of a support role using Silver Hair UI. But I really do think this is gonna be Vegeta's time to shine. But it's gonna be interesting. Does this form have a time limit? Has Vegeta mastered it? I know some people have said that Vegeta that it looks like kind of like Vegeta uh this could be like a UI Omen thing, because it like a lot of people have put similarities to this to when Goku first used Ultra Instinct against Jiren in the Tournament of Power. Potentially, I'm not gonna leave that on the table. This could potentially be the Omen form of destruction power. Who knows, right? And maybe there's a more complete form for Vegeta later on. That would be pretty cool. I'm not saying it's true. We don't know, but it's definitely on the table. Uh, is this form going to be stronger than Silver UI? I don't think so, but it will at least get Vegeta a little bit closer. We don't know. We don't know. The power scale of Dragon Ball Super is off the charts. It's ridiculous. It's almost impossible to really power scale Dragon Ball Super characters. But definitely, I feel like this is gonna, it definitely gets Vegeta back in the conversation as the strongest. Goku's probably always gonna be the strongest because it is his show and it is his story, right? But this definitely gets Vegeta back in the conversation, and who knows? Maybe he does surpass Goku. Because remember, Vegeta kept saying, "I'll surpass Kakarot in my own way." And one thing I will give Toriyama and Toritaro credit for, especially Toritaro, Goku and Vegeta going on their own separate paths of power, that is fantastic. At first, it was they were doing the same thing, right? God, Super Saiyan Blue, but slowly as Dragon Ball Super has gone on, they've gone down separate paths, right? Goku with Ultra Instinct, Vegeta at first, getting new techniques like Spirit Fission and then Hakai, and now Vegeta with this new God of Destruction form. So I love that. I love that. And definitely, if maybe sometime in the future, if we do get Ultra Instinct versus God of Destruction Vegeta, that would be an amazing fight. Amazing fight. I know a lot of people have done fan mangas on it, but imagine it, now. But I cannot wait to see what special powers Vegeta has with this form. I'm really hoping we get that unique fighting style. And the last thing I'll say before I get out of here, right? Because like I said, man, I have a lot to say about this form. Imagine a fucking fusion now, right? Gogeta or Vegeta, doesn't matter. Imagine all the new forms that and the new toys Dragon Ball Heroes can do with this. You know, we already talked about Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, Gogeta or Vegeta. Now think about Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, Gogeta or Vegeta. Ultra Instinct Omen, Gogeta or Vegeta. Mastered Ultra Instinct Gogeta or Vegeta, since we know Goku can use Silver UI at will. And now this new form, this new God of Destruction form, right? Gogeta or Vegeta, God of Destruction mode. I don't think especially now, I don't think we're gonna see fusion in this arc at all. I don't think we're gonna see Gogeta or Vegeta. I'm pretty confident in saying that, especially now. This arc has been about Goku and Vegeta's, their paths to power. Vegeta training with Beerus and Goku training with Whis, right? And I love how they went on separate paths. I know some people are making jokes that Vegeta's going to become God of Destruction and then Goku's going to become the Angel. I'm not saying that's off the table. I still think that could potentially happen, right? But I definitely think with that being one of the main themes of this arc and Goku and Vegeta on separate training journeys, I definitely think it is out of the picture completely now that we'll see fusion. The end of this arc and the end of when we get the final battle, no matter who it is against Frieza, Gash, or Elec or Granolah, right? It's gonna be Goku and Vegeta, and maybe Granolah on their side as well, because Granolah still needs to find out the truth about him being manipulated by the Heater Clan all these years. I think it's gonna be Goku using Silver UI, Vegeta using his Hakai powers, and that wherever that leads us, But I really don't think fusion's gonna be happening. I feel like it's less likely now, and plus, there's so many options. I feel like when we get the Dragon Ball Super movie, because think about it now, right? We have Goku who can use Ultra Instinct at will, and now we have Vegeta with this new God of Destruction form. Imagine what they're gonna do for the movie. If the Dragon Ball Super movie takes place after the Granolah arc, which like we all think it does, oh man! Imagine how all these new forms are gonna look with Shitani's animation, and if they bring Gogeta or Vegeta in that new Dragon Ball Super movie, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's just so many forms now. I can understand what people are saying. There's too many forms in Dragon Ball, but still, man, I think it looks awesome. I think it's awesome that Goku and Vegeta continued to reach insane levels of powers, and who knows where they're gonna be by the end of Dragon Ball Super, right? But just imagine Gogeta and Vegeta with these new forms like Ultra Instinct and Blue Evolution and this God of Destruction form. Absolutely insane. I don't know what else to say on that, but just mind blowing. But yeah, ooh, But I'm gonna end the video here for now. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm almost doing like a mini podcast here talking about Vegeta's new form, but I just wanted to take some time just to talk about it. you know Once we get more information about this form, of course I will make another video, but these are just my first impressions on the look, the appearance, the aesthetic. But I'm really hoping in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 75, which is crazy because we still haven't even gotten the full Manga Chapter 74. I'm really hoping that that Vegeta's fighting style completely changes, with this form and these new powers. But it's gonna be very interesting, and the form is growing on me the more I look at it. I feel like we just gotta wait for Manga Chapter 75 to really see, the full greatness of what this form is gonna be. But it looks great. It looks weird. It looks a little bit weird. It looks a little bit different. But I really, I like the look of this. Right? It's growing on me. I don't think it's better than Ultra Instinct, of course, but still, it fits Vegeta the more I look at it. I feel like you just gotta get used to Vegeta not having eyebrows, right? But I like it. The hair's a little bit different, especially in the back, right? That because usually Vegeta's hair always sticks up, but you can see it's like sticking a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not sticking straight. It's sticking a little bit more forward, a little bit more down. No eyebrows, of course. The light eyes, and of course, I love the flames and the energy beams around it. So pretty cool stuff. But let me know your guys' thoughts on the form in the comment section down below. Where do you think Vegeta's going with this, man? Even though we don't have manga chapter 60 or 74 yet, still this does hype. This does hype us up. I'm messing up my words. It hypes us up a lot for manga chapter 75 to see this form fully in action. But plus, it's crazy because it looks like the form fully healed Vegeta. But like I said, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the form. What do you guys think the form actually looks like officially colored? What do you think the official name of the form is going to be? Give me guys your thoughts and let's talk about it. But like I said, once we get manga chapter 74, I'll have the full review like I always do right here on the channel. Thank you guys as always for the love and support. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, there's going to be a lot going on with Dragon Ball this week, with the DBS movie panel from the Japanese actors to the manga chapter 74, right? A lot of stuff coming. So make sure you guys just subscribe and you guys have notifications enabled so you guys don't miss out on any new videos. Like, follow me on social media. The links are in the description down below. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe and healthy, y'all. Peace.